So imagine trying to carry an 11-foot pane of glass up like a really tight apartment stairwell. You can't do it. So how do you install a massive 133-inch professional theater screen in a historic building without, knocking down the walls? Welcome to today's deep dive.
Yeah, it is a real logistical nightmare.
Right. And our mission today is to explore the surprisingly complex, high-end world of professional audio-visual equipment. And we're going to do that by examining the specs of just one single premium product. So, okay, let's unpack this. We're looking at the Draper 254-2005 SE Profile Plus fixed frame screen. It is a 133-inch diagonal 16:9 projection screen, and it's today's price is sitting at nearly $4,000.
It is a massive piece of hardware and an equally massive investment for sure. But when you are dealing with equipment at this tier, the engineering isn't just about the fabric you project the image onto. It is really about solving the incredibly complex physical problems that come with that kind of scale.
Well, yeah, because the most immediate physical problem of a screen that wide is just, getting the thing inside the building in the first place.
Exactly. And that brings us to the logistics of massive displays. The Draper screen actually ships completely unassembled.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that is a deliberate design choice, so installers can easily navigate tight corners, stairs, and elevators. Once it is in the room, it relies on a sliding hook and loop system to actually attach the viewing surface to the lightweight frame.
Wait, so it's like high-stakes $4,000 IKEA furniture for cinephiles. But instead of just tightening a few cam locks, you're using the sliding hook and loop system to stretch the fabric drum tight across the frame.
What's fascinating here is the practical brilliance of that exact approach because, stretching an 11-foot piece of fabric perfectly flat requires a massive amount of even tension.
I'd imagine, yeah.
If it sags even a millimeter, the projected image distorts completely. So this sliding system continuously distributes that tension, which allows these massive displays to be installed in challenging, pre-existing architectural spaces.
Like historic churches or maybe established corporate training rooms.
Exactly. And you can do it without requiring any structural demolition just to get the screen inside.
Okay, so the flat pack design solves the problem of getting it into the room, but I feel like that creates a new problem.
Right.
Like, how do you assemble dozens of pieces into a screen that looks absolutely flawless and doesn't just look like, a giant erector set?
Well, that is the essence of the Profile Plus design. Once assembled, the design goal shifts entirely toward making the hardware itself disappear.
Oh, interesting.
It boasts an incredibly sleek profile that sits under 2 inches deep against the wall, and it is supported by extruded aluminum baffles.
Aluminum baffles.
Yeah, those baffles are crucial. They provide the structural rigidity needed to keep that super thin frame from bowing under the intense tension of the screen. And that tight surface is a specialized material they call ClearSound NanoPerf XT1000V.
XT1000V.
Right, featuring a 1.0 gain.
Okay, NanoPerf XT1000V sounds like a sci-fi engine part, honestly. And what exactly does a 1.0 gain actually do for the viewer?
So NanoPerf simply means the fabric is covered in microscopic perforations. This allows you to hide massive speakers directly behind the screen.
Oh, I see.
And the audio passes right through the material without being muffled. As for the 1.0 gain, that just means the surface reflects light equally in all directions rather than focusing it straight ahead.
So no bad seats in the house.
Precisely. It guarantees that someone sitting way off to the side gets the exact same brightness as someone sitting dead center.
Okay, but here's where it gets really interesting to me.
Yeah.
You have this acoustically transparent, perfectly lit surface, but the defining feature is that it is a mullionless display,
right.
Meaning there is no thick divider or frame on the edges. But I have to ask, I get that it looks cool, but we're talking about almost $4,000 here. Is engineering a frame to be totally borderless just a massive aesthetic flex for wealthy buyers, or does it actually change the viewing experience?
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it is much more than an aesthetic flex. A traditional thick black frame tells your brain, I am looking at a picture on a wall.
Right, like a boundary.
Exactly. It acts as a visual boundary. Mullionless, borderless engineering removes that psychological frame. Without that boundary, your brain processes the image with absolute optical seamlessness.
So it feels like a window rather than a screen.
Exactly. And this is especially critical if you're placing adjacent screens side by side. They can come together with zero separation, making multiple screens look like one continuous, endless display.
Wow. So what does this all mean for you, the potential buyer listening to this deep dive?
Well, it means an absolute unwavering commitment.
Very true. This level of AV hardware ships with standard wall brackets to mount it, but more importantly, you have to be absolutely sure before you click buy.
Yeah, because this is a special order item.
Exactly. The specs are very clear. It is strictly non-cancelable, non-returnable, and non-refundable. You buy this $4,000 133-inch screen, and it is yours.
It requires commitment because it completely redefines the space it occupies, which raises an important question for you to consider.
Yeah.
As these screens grow so massive, become totally borderless, and sit practically flush against our walls, at what point does a screen stop being an object placed in the room and simply become the room itself?